Salaam family, today we will be trying a very unique item, Nihari Dumplings or Nihari Gyoza by Fusion Bites. Fusion Bites is a small, fully Zabiha halal company making these beautiful fusion dishes, such as dumplings filled with Nihari. They ship them frozen to your home nationwide. Their website will be in the description below. Let's get started with the unboxing. Bismillah. When you open the box, you notice a thank you card with a VR code. Let's see what happens when we scan it with our phone and make a few clicks. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we have the founder, owner, chef personally showing us how to prepare these Nihari dumplings. I'll let you watch the rest on your own. Back to the unboxing, let's remove this bubble wrap. Then we have this thick aluminum insulated wrap. So let's remove that. And then we have a bunch of saran wrap, so let's remove that as well. Once we move all that, here we finally have our bag of dumplings. As you can see, it says to keep frozen, and in it I do notice some ice packs. I'm going to remove these before placing them in our freezer until I have to make these. These dumplings are frozen. They're not rock hard, but definitely frozen. So let's put these in our freezer until we are ready to make them. Alright, family, we are back. We are going to defrost these for about 30 minutes per their instructions. So we will be doing this on a pan with wax paper. Let's open these dumplings up. They are rock hard and somewhat stuck together, but still able to remove them without overall damaging them. I do get stuck at times, and I do try karate chop, but looks like it didn't work. So we'll get back to carefully separating them from each other. After you're done placing as many as you think you'll eat, we're going to let this defrost for 30 minutes. We'll see in a bit. We're back, HT family. So it's been about 30 minutes, and these dumplings are pretty well defrosted. But I did notice some openings, so take this time to pinch tight any openings you see so none of the meat or juices flow out. Let's get cooking. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we are going to make this two ways. The simple way, and then I'm going to make our second attempt at the crispy style dumplings or dumplings with wings, also called as Hanetsuki method. Anyways, the first time I made these, we made with halal chicken filled gyoza with crispy lettuce, so the wings, but honestly it was kind of a mess. But the chicken gyoza itself was excellent. Link to that video will be in the top right. Anyways, here I have two pans, one with our trusty non-stick, which we'll use to form the crispy lattice around the gyoza, and another regular pan to make the simple, straightforward dumplings. In the non-stick, oil it well. We don't want these dumplings to stick. Make sure every nook and cranny is lubricated. We don't want these dumplings or the crispy parts to stick at all. In the other pan, just put a little oil, nothing much else to do besides that. So let's add our dumplings. In the one we're making the wings or the lattice, I'm going to add 3 as it looks the nicest, but you can add more, but make sure to make it in some type of spiral pattern. In the other pan, you can just toss them, as I do here. Let's get our wing concoction or lattice concoction ready. Here we have 1 teaspoon of flour and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and we're going to add half a cup of water and mix. Make sure there's no clumps. So the easiest way is to add a little bit of water, mix it until it's pasty, and then add the rest. We're going to put to this side, and we are going to switch stoves here because one side of the stove is much hotter than the other. Anyways, as you can already see with the other pan that we're going to do it normally, it's browning beautifully, mashallah. This is the color you want as it gives it a yummy crisp. So let's try to get the same color on the other side as well. Back to the other pan, let's add the slurry that we just made, and you're going to add pretty much the whole thing, and this is a 10-inch pan, just so something to keep in mind. And we're going to cover it up, and we're not going to even do anything for about 5 minutes. Don't touch it, don't look at it, but make sure it is at a low heat. Initially, you will think something is wrong, by the way, because nothing's happening or you put too much, but it will be okay. The bubbles will slowly go away to form a beautiful crispy lattice around the dumplings. While this happens, let's halalify these dumplings. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In case you're wondering how much meat is in here, it's a pretty decent amount. It takes some skill to pack a wonton wrapper like this and still be able to close it. And pretty much all the dumplings I made, and alhamdulillah, was pretty filled. Oh, mashallah. That is some amazing pot stickers, gyoza, nihari dumplings, mashallah. Super juicy nihari filling. It's very spicy, but really, really enjoyable. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It does not need a sauce. If you want a sauce, you could definitely check it out. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Super, super tasty. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So let's get back to this pan. So it's been about 5 minutes, and as you can see, there are less and less bubbles. And once they're almost completely gone, you do need to slowly separate and carefully separate the thin layer from the pan to prevent it from breaking. Use whatever type of device you have. Here I have a butter knife because that's all I have. Because when you flip it, and that's optional, there is a chance of cracking. So once you think you're able to slide it off completely, then you could attempt to flip it. So we're going to try. Bismillah, 1, 2, 3, moment of truth. Alhamdulillah. This looks pretty cool, but is it worth it, this extra step? Well, it adds a bit of texture and crisp. Listen. This is the crispy wings lattice that forms, so it is enjoyable from a texture standpoint, especially with the soft dumplings. Does it give it flavor? Not really. Kenji Lopez does add salt to it, so there is something to consider. But this crisp may be worth it. Again, listen to these, one of the rare Usmar moments in our channel. But still, the crisp may be worth it. Alhamdulillah, Fusion Bites is definitely halalified, and I think you'll really enjoy this. If you end up ordering from them, please let me know what you think as well. Hope you enjoyed this, HD family. Continue to encourage what is good, stand against injustice and oppression, and keep the ummah and humanity in your dua. Salaam, HD family.